What are we doing?
All right, guys.
Patrick, how would you assess the overall offense today?
I mean, obviously, too many penalties, too many miscues. But, I mean, there's stuff that we can learn from. Got a lot of zone coverage, just having to find ways to execute versus zone, and driving the length of the field. I mean, just going back to the basics, going back to the fundamentals. But I was telling Ted, if you play bad and win, it's a lot better than playing bad and losing. So I was glad we found a way to get a win at the end of the day. But obviously a lot of stuff that we have to get better at.
Can you take us through both touchdowns? It seemed like the case of being on the same page with both of those guys in those situations.
Yeah, no, just kind of getting to a check there on the first touchdown to Sky, kind of in our 2-minute, getting to the right play. Sky running a great route, making a great play against, I mean, a great corner, honestly. And so just going to the matchup on that one. And then the second one, I mean, it's just kind of me and Trav, just kind of doing the scramble drill, working. And Travis, that's what he's great at that stuff. And so we were able to find him. Wish I would have been able to find him in the third one that I missed him in that corner of the end zone. But like I said, just stuff that we have to get better at, little things. But little things in this league make a big difference, and we have to continue to get better at that stuff.
How nice was it having Travis back?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, just the fact that he played, I mean, it surprised me, honestly, because that's a scary injury. And, I mean, he didn't look good there for a little bit, but he battled over those extra days. He was in the facility rehabbing, and to get himself out there and able to play, it talks about the competitor that he is and the teammate that he is. And so having him out there not only makes him make plays, but it helps everybody else and gets other guys open. So truly just a great teammate, man, just to even be out there on that field.
Patrick, how much did the defense set the tone and keep you guys in it? And I wonder along those lines also what you thought of Chris being able to do as much as he did.
Yeah, I mean, defense was incredible. I mean, that's a good offense, a really good offense. And for them to shut them down, I think they were like 0 for 4 in the red zone. Couple critical stops after we turned the ball over. And then when they got critical stops, we went 3 and out a couple times, and they kept holding them to field goals and holding them. I mean, that win is the defense won that game. And so we have to continue to get better as an offense, which I think we will. But if that defense plays like that, I mean, we're going to be a hard team to beat. That's special. And to answer your second question, I mean, Chris, I mean, crazy. I mean, just to be able to make that impact on a game after not being in training camp, and you can work out as much as you want off the field. I mean, I know this, but to be able to come to Jacksonville where it's hot, humid, and just dominate against a great team, I mean, it's special. It truly is special. I'm glad he's on our team.
Did you see a mid-season Pacheco, or do you feel like he's still got some room to go before he's over his rehab and it's the player you remember from last year?
No, I think he ran the ball well today. There's stuff here and there we have to get better at as far as thank you. There's stuff that we have to get better at as far as blocking, me making some mic calls, and being executing throughout the entire offense. But I thought whenever it was there, he punched it through there. He made a lot of big runs, and then there at the end, just tough yards. That's stuff that you need in this offense. And as we continue to develop as an offense, I think we'll continue to get the run game going more, and I think it'll open up the rest of the offense.
What did you see on the 3rd and 6 to Sky?
Yeah, no, they did a good job covering. They kind of ran a coverage where they're kind of doubling Travis, and that was kind of my first read. And then Marquez actually got open first. He got open, and I was going to throw it to him, and the safety kind of drove him really hard. And then I think Sky made his guy fall down there on the other side. So was able to buy enough time and then just get the ball to him. At that point, he was wide open. So get the ball to him, and then he made a great play after the catch, getting downfield, staying in bounds, keeping the clock rolling. And he had a big game today, man, and I was happy for him. I think he'll continue to build, as well as those other receivers. I thought there was a lot of positives with them, and they'll continue to build. And it's a work in progress, but you want to win games. I thought we did a good job of just finding a way to get a win.
Couple more guys.
Patrick, you talk about those little things. It was a rough day for Juwan. What was your message to him?
I mean, through social media, you knew that some of this was going to get called. But, I mean, he's going to continue to get better and better. They're cracking down on some of the alignment stuff, but we're just playing football, man. He'll get closer to the line of scrimmage than I guess everyone else, but he'll get closer so that they don't call it, and we'll continue to work the snap counts and stuff like that. But he's a great player. He'll continue to play, and he'll get comfortable. And it's hard whenever you're kind of getting picked on a little bit to kind of keep playing your game. But I have all the confidence in him in the world.
Last three. Vahe, Nate, and then Darren. 3 more.
Patrick, Andy won number 270. That ties Tom Landry for 4th on the career list. I just wonder what your basic thoughts are of what's allowed him to be this in the NFL and for you.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's awesome. I mean, that truly is awesome. And to be able to do it in 2 different places with a bunch of different teams, a bunch of different quarterbacks, it really is. It's truly remarkable. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, obviously he's a great coach, but I think the person is what makes him so special. The way he's able to relate to everybody. I mean, everybody in this locker room would say the same thing. Y'all know that. And whenever you have a head coach that you can really relate to and knows that he loves you and wants the best for you, you go out there and give everything you have. And I think that's what makes him so special as a coach. I mean, obviously he has the X's and O's, but the person is what makes him special.
Nate, Patrick, can you just tell me what you were feeling and what you think the team felt at halftime? You feel like you don't play well, but you're still up 7-6. Is it relief? What are you feeling at halftime like that?
Yeah, I mean, we just knew. I mean, we're playing a good football team, and when you make mistakes, you're not going to have sustained drives as an offense. We're able to get that last touchdown to get a little bit of momentum, and then a big drive, and that first drive out of half, and getting that touchdown to kind of get the momentum back in our favor. And then the defense got a lot of stops. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, it's hard for us to see, for everyone to see. 'Cause we've been such a prolific offense for so long, and we started fast. But if you don't execute at a high level in this league, you're not going to have success. You're not going to score touchdowns. You're not going to have sustained drives. And so that's stuff that we have to get better at. We know what we're doing. It's about going out there and executing it, finding the right way to do that as far as running, pass, and all the different type of stuff. But I was proud of the guys that they kept fighting. I mean, even at the beginning of last year, I mean, we didn't play as well maybe after the first game that we wanted to. But you have to continue to build and know that and the process ahead that you just continue to stack wins no matter how you get them, and try to play your best football as the season goes on.
I know it's actually you said you all ran for over 100 yards, but going into the half, you only had four attempts, I think 12 yards. Mm-hmm. Is there a conscious effort, or will there be a conscious effort in the future to kind of have a little bit more balance as you go, when you play throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, you have to take what's there. We had a couple run plays called, but they the heavier boxes up through some of the advantage throws on the outside, the RPO type stuff. I missed some. But that's what I was saying. There's some misreads by me. I got to hand the ball in some situations. But, yeah, we're going to get the run game going. I think you saw in the second half it was getting going a little bit better. Even those tough 4 or 5 yard carries, I mean, obviously the big one, are important. And we'll continue to work that stuff. But, I mean, we had the talent. Offensive line had the talent. We had the talent blockers on the outside as well. But it's a new offensive line. They had to gel together, had to figure it out with the running back. And so I'm excited for it because I know that we can do it. But in order for this offense to take that next step, we're going to have to get it going for sure.
All right, Nate,